They called me a survivor, though the word felt more like a curse than an honor. I alone lived to the Battle of Ryndor Prime, where 3 fleets clashed and only one species walked away unbroken. I was there, a soldier of the Velari Empire, proud and certain that our might would crush the fledgling humans. We had fought dozens of species across the stars, silicon dwellers, hive swarms, reptilian conquerors, and always we had stood victorious. But when it came to humanity, we made a fatal mistake. We thought they would break like the rest. The first thing I must tell you is this. Humans are not the strongest, not the fastest, not the most technologically advanced. Their ships were crude compared to ours, their armor plates thinner, their weapons unrefined. Yet in war, strength alone is not the deciding factor. It is something deeper, something feral that lingers in their eyes. I saw it on Ryndor Prime, and it still haunts my sleep. The battle began with arrogance. Our fleet descended on the human colony with the precision of predators. We broadcast our demands: surrender or be annihilated. Other species had begged, had capitulated, had groveled to spare their kind. The humans did something else. Their reply was a simple transmission, only 4 words, spoken calmly but with steel behind them. Then you'll fight us. We laughed at their bravado, but we should have listened to the silence that followed. No pleas, no desperate negotiations. Just that quiet acceptance of war, like a predator baring its teeth. The first wave was ours. We struck with plasma batteries and planetary bombardments. Their cities burned. Their surface defenses crumbled. Yet even as we rained death upon them, they did not scatter. Every human ship stayed in formation. Every soldier fought to the last round. And when their ammunition was spent, they fought with blades. And when their blades broke, they fought with their bare hands. I saw them drag Velari warriors from their exosuits with nothing but fingernails and fury. You must understand, most species, when pushed beyond reason, yield to fear. They retreat, they collapse, they surrender. Humans, however, seem to become stronger in that moment. Desperation fuels them like oxygen to fire. I saw a human officer bleeding from 3 wounds, one arm hanging useless, still charging into our line, as if pain itself had no meaning. We thought this savagery was recklessness, but it was something colder. Humans fight with calculation, but when calculation fails, they embrace chaos itself. Their commanders did not care for losses the way ours did. To them, every death was a tool, every fallen comrade a message. Where we hesitated to risk lives, they risked everything. Because for them, survival is not the ultimate goal. Victory is. Even if it cost them everything. I remember the turning point. Our fleet had shattered their planetary shields and forced their remaining defenders into retreat. We prepared for the final assault. Victory was within reach. Then came the silence. Their transmission ceased. Their fleet fell eerily still. We thought they had accepted defeat at last. We were wrong. From a shadow of their burning world, human warships emerged. Older models, patched together, not sleek like ours, but rugged and grim. They should not have been able to fly. Yet they came, hundreds of them, moving with grim purpose. And then we saw what they carried. Not reinforcements. Not reinforcements at all. These were colony ships, freighters, mining barges, civilian vessels turned into weapons. Their crews had gutted them, filled their cores with explosives, and sent them forward on suicide runs. No shields, no armor, just walls of fire. They came in waves, tearing into our fleet like knives into flesh. We destroyed dozens, but for every one that fell, 2 more rammed our lines. The sky became an inferno. And behind those burning sacrifices came their warships, battered but relentless. The humans did not aim for victory in numbers or superiority. They aimed for inevitability. They would not stop until either they were ash or we were. I saw then the truth of them. Humans do not fear death the way others do. They have learned to live beside it, to embrace it. They treat mortality not as a chain, but as a weapon. That is why they terrify me still. In the final hours of the battle, I found myself wounded, pinned beneath the wreckage of my own transport. Around me, Velari soldiers screamed in despair, begging for mercy or escape. Across the battlefield, I saw a human dragging himself through the mud, one leg shattered. He should have been crawling for safety. Instead, he crawled toward us, toward me, with a grenade in his hand and a snarl on his lips. Even half dead, he came not to live but to kill. Only when another human pulled him back did he relent, not out of mercy, but because his commander ordered it. That was the moment I understood. To humans, survival is not enough. To them, war is not about avoiding death. It is about ensuring the enemy fears them even in dying. When the battle ended, Ryndor Prime was a graveyard of steel and fire. My people fled, broken and ashamed. The humans stood bloodied, shattered, yet unyielding. They had lost more lives than any other species could endure. And still they endured. That is why I am the only Velari who speaks of this openly. Because others cannot bear the truth. The terrifying truth about humans in war is not their strength, not their weapons, not even their resilience. It is that they will fight until nothing remains, until you, your armies, your fleets, your very empires ash, and then if they can, they will rise again from that ash. To defeat a human is not to win. To defeat a human is to invite the moment they stand back up, bloodied and furious, and come for you again. I am a survivor, yes, but I tell you this not as warning alone. I tell you this as confession, because when I close my eyes, I still see that human soldier crawling through the mud, broken, dying, yet still coming for me. And I know in my heart that if the Velari ever face them again, it will not be our empire that survives. It will be them, always them. And if you doubt my words, if you believe this is fear or weakness speaking, then go to Ryndor Prime, walk among the ruins, among the graves, and you will see the truth written in every scar upon the land. The humans are still there, rebuilding, thriving. We tried to erase them. Instead, they buried us in their memory. That is what it means to fight humanity. That is why they are terrifying. That is why I survived, so I could tell you, so you might not make the same mistake.